What's up, everybody? Welcome back, season two. Racing with Jesse Rosinski. Never thought we'd actually live. I said never thought we'd get here, but I thoroughly missed y'all. And more importantly, I'm pretty sure we can all honestly say that we missed having racing on our TV on the weekends. No offense to football, but especially where I live. Raiders fan from growing up in PA. Yeah, Raiders fan. Raiders fan. Don't ask me how I grew up in PA. Steelers fan from being in PA. And I live in North Carolina. So, I got a lot of Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons. And then boys are normally in America's game of the week. So I don't get to see a lot of the teams I like. So racing was a good way to not have to worry about all that watching games that meant nothing to me. And we had a couple weeks where there was absolutely no racing. And anyone out there saying, well, there's still dirt vision and flow racing. Yes, there is. I'm talking about racing that everybody can see. Now, I've heard talk about shit that people can't see. Hey, all this great stuff happened. Do a whole show about it, even though no one got to see it. It might be exciting, might be good for a short thing, but not a big thing. So to have the mainstream stuff that's going to be on TV that people can watch back after a couple weeks is fantastic. We really needed it. And here we are, season two, going to try to do some, different things to improve it, whether it's, overall flow, maybe doing, quick shows every day, just talk about different news that comes out instead of, saving it for a Friday because, if we wait all week, anyone that's listened to the first, season, there were some times where we had really long shows going over everything that was going to happen over the weekend and other news from throughout the week. And if I do one every, just little stuff and throughout the week when the stuff comes out, that means we could have more consistent times with the episodes. So that'll be a thing. More graphics. I'm gonna try to be, do some new things on the socials for everybody to be more interactive. So don't feel free to follow again, Racing with Jesse Rosinski on everything, unless you go on Twitter. That's Racing Rosinski. You only get so many letters. And so follow me there, especially live tweeting during all the races. But bunch of stuff we're gonna try to do. And again, like I said, we're finally to the first of, I think, like 49, 48, 50, whatever the hell it is, straight weekends of racing to cover. Starts off slow with Supercross, and then, well, by February, we get to add some NASCAR stuff. And then March, April, it's over. And it's just go, go, go all the time. And I have no problem with that. But good to jump back into some easy things. And it's something that I'm really excited about. We all know I do like me some Supercross, 450s, 250s. The West finally kicking off in Anaheim at Angel Stadium tomorrow. It's finally happening. There did the preseason kickoff, preview thing on, I believe it was NBC over the weekend. I didn't watch it because I was watching Royal Rumbles and busy, doing other stuff around the house. But they did do it, and that just makes me, super smiley and happy and all that on the inside because, again, it's been far too long since I've seen racing and been able to do any of that. But Monster Energy Supercross kicks off tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern for Race Day Live on Peacock and Super Motocross Video Pass. And then gate drops 10 p.m. Eastern on USA, Peacock, and Super Motocross Video Pass. And also, I'll keep saying it, all available on Peacock through the season, right after they're done, or at least the next day. Every time I've looked, they've been right there when I wake up way too early the next morning when I miss them before, F1 would start. And I get it all done by the time any of that starts. So it's always right there unless they've made any changes. It's very convenient. They're probably one of the most convenient setups, even though Peacock can be sketchy. But really good stuff coming up there. Got some quick stats that they had up on the website for everybody. Supercross has raced at Angel Stadium 79 times, which is more than any other venue, which is exciting to see. And again, they got the double there. They love going there. This will be the 32nd season opener at Angel Stadium out of the 50 openers that they've had. Again, lots of stuff here. And Roxon has won 4 Anaheim openers. Justin Barcia has won 2. Marvin Muscan and Jason Anderson have both won 1. And only 17 of 49 season opener winners in Anaheim in the 450s have gone on to win the championship, and the last time was in 2012 with Ryan Villapoto. Again, long time coming. Good track map. I will post all of these on the socials for anyone. Now, because that doesn't look, for some reason, delectable at all behind me on that one, but interesting layout here to start off the season in Anaheim. 2023 track features a unique over-under bridge over the start, which you could see right there if you get to see it. You know, when you get to the online, again, go on Twitter and Facebook, especially Twitter, find it. I'll have the track maps up attached with this episode so you can see everything. But into the whoop section, 2 sets of whoops and back-to-back triples, which, again, very cool. And those back-to-back triples are coming down towards, the line there. And it's very, it's very intriguing. It's very interesting. It's a very good layout. They have a bunch of good races and good layouts at a lot of tracks. Granted, we got to wait and see what they look like, and how they race. But I do think they have some really interesting things going on with their track layouts this season across the whole entire thing. They've had their track maps up for a while now, but a lot of really good ones out there. The one I'm most looking forward to, though, is to see what Ricky Carmichael comes up for Daytona. No matter what, they can say, you can see the layout. I want to see it in person, how it races, see if Eli Tomac can keep, doing what he does there. But that one's always, really exciting me to see what Ricky comes up with. And because they have so many different types of surface that they do there and they use, and that's the stuff that really excites me, because then you have to figure out, all the different services, all the different everything. It takes different traction, driving. Like to see everything that they do. I always love that. So we got to see what happens there. And again, the 250s and the 450s start their season. And I'm not really making any big predictions going into it. Again, first race of the season, I just want to see racing again. And there are some things that I do want to see going into the season overall, but most importantly, this weekend, I just want to see what everyone looks like. First time out to season, everyone's been working through the offseason, making improvements and all that. We all know that. A lot of guys ran, motocross. Jason Anderson got his first win. Like, there was all that. But I just want to see what everyone looks like coming out of the gate there in Anaheim. Because, like I said, they've all made improvements. They've all been working on things. I want to see what all of it looks like actually on the track with other people. And then some, people can come right out the gate. Others could be slow. And, to see what they do going forward is really exciting. But to see where everyone is and just to see how level the playing field is and what everyone's figured out always excites me going into these things. I do want to see if Jason Anderson can get through a race clean without any problems with, Malcolm. I don't think they're going to have a problem. I think they're finally over that. But that definitely killed both of them last year with how many times Jason literally, with 3 straight races, wrecked Malcolm before Malcolm got pissed off and wrecked him back the one time. But that completely killed so many of the races last year. So I'd like to see all of that cleaned up. Most definitely. I want to see if, Hunter Lawrence can step up to the level that his brother Jet was at, because he was on a whole other stratosphere last year. I mean, anyone that watched any of it, he certainly wrecked himself a lot of races, and still 10 seconds he had drove up to the front and won by seconds. So I want to see if, Hunter made any steps to get like Jet, and if Jet can go through races without wrecking himself at a lot of the starts and then having to shoot through the field like that. And also want to see what Tomac looks like, because again, look how good he was last year. Again, if Jason Anderson didn't have all those problems with Malcolm, he would have been a lot closer. But Eli took advantage of the situation, won a lot of races. A lot of those races he still would have won regardless of what happened between Jason and Malcolm, just because where they were on the track, it wouldn't have made a difference. But they definitely killed him with a lot of points and everything for the championship. I want to see what Eli looks like, and what the competition looks like, racing with him. But again, it's the first race of the season. I'm sure a lot of people are working on a lot of things. A lot of people are trying to figure stuff out. And, now we have to add, all the other bikes on the track simultaneously while they're testing all this stuff out, which, just adds so much, extra wrinkles to it. So that's all I want to see this weekend, just see what consistency people have and, what everyone has improved and moved on, stepped up their game or fallen behind or any of that. Because those are the things that really make it all. And the first race of the season is where you see where everyone's at. So I really, really want to see how they're all doing there. And that's all I want to get out this weekend. Granted, while I watch it, I'm sure a bunch of other things will come to mind. But I just want to see good racing and see where everyone's at starting off the season, because then we can see who keeps him, who's improved a lot, or who's really good now and falls off while other people come on by the end of the year while they keep figuring stuff out. Like those are the things that excite me about seasons starting and opening. So only time will tell, but minus that chuckle I still got from my trip to PA and the 82-degree temperature difference with the wind in less than 24 hours. I'm really, really excited. Even if my voice doesn't sound it, again, tomorrow, gates drop late here on the East Coast, 10 p.m., but it's on USA Peacock and Super Motocross Video Pass, and then re-airs are 1 a.m. Eastern on CNBC and 2 p.m. Eastern on NBC, again, both Sunday the 8th, available on Peacock as well with fast-forward capabilities, even though you've never been on Peacock, it can be slightly sketchy to say the least, but sooner or later you can get through it, and it makes it a lot easier just because it's so long between, with everyone that has to race. You can watch it on, Peacock. Fast forward, you will save yourself some time, but I'll be back on Monday to discuss everything. We'll see how the week goes from there, and any news that comes out, if we're going to do any, specials in between, but I'm going to try again to do that, more times a week just to make Fridays less long, because, once we get in full tilt, Mondays are going to be long enough. So trying to save everybody some time or do stuff, throughout the week with all that. But I will be back Monday. I'm very excited to have, racing back on Saturdays. Sundays are coming soon, which, I think is good for everybody. Because no offense to football, especially when your teams just keep letting you down. Racing, at least, is still exciting to me when the guys I don't want to win are out there winning. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, be back Monday. We'll do a bunch of shorts on YouTube if you're not there too. So follow along there. Share them out. Racing Rosinski on Twitter. And until we meet again, my friends, enjoy your weekend. I'm out. Peace.